What is your view on schizophrenia from a spiritual perspective?
Schizophrenia, translate from the Latin, split mind. Some say double personality. It's not so. To understand the origin of this so-called disorder, although I don't see it as a disorder, we have to understand how human brain functions and what is brain. We think all our thought process happening in our brain. It's not entirely true. If you compare with a computer, human brain is the hardware. Our mind, our thoughts, our consciousness is a software, and it's originated in divine realms. In other words, in non-physical or metaphysical world. So what people with we diagnosed with schizophrenia, they're experiencing. Most of them, they hear voices, whispering voices, or they can see someone who no one else can see. I want to urge those who are around them, believe them what they're saying. The voices are real. Beings around them, which only they can see, are real. Because you don't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist. That's what makes these people isolated, because they realize there's something wrong with them. Because like from young age, most of the kids see this invisible friend, and we say it's child is sick. No, the friend is there. The fact that you don't see it doesn't mean it does not exist. I want you to understand that metaphysical world, it's so much bigger than this one. That it's surrounded this world, and it's an integral part of it. Parallel realities unfolding simultaneously with our reality. And some people are very awake or tuned into that vibrations where they can see and hear them. So schizophrenia, I would say, I would categorize them as a positive and negative, as a creative or destructive. So what's the difference? Positive schizophrenia or creative, um, very creative people, artists, writers, famous scientists, they all have that. It's their ability to get in contact with the universal consciousness and download the information they need to. All holy scriptures mostly was written by schizophrenics who had the visions and said, that's what God said to me. And they write down, and today it become knowledge to us. We're saying that's what we believe in because they claim they hear voice of God. This is a positive. The negative, when you hear that voices and they're out of your control. So positive case, when you can control those voices, they're not affecting your free will. In a negative, they're affecting their free will. They impose upon you, they're forcing you to do something. You hear them without wanting you to hear them. In other words, it can be seen as a gift or it can be seen as a curse. We call it curse when person who hear those voices and see those beings are trying not to see them or to avoid them by all means, but they still stubbornly there.
The development of the soul come into it in any way? Is it more enlightened? Does that have any part to play?
Yeah.
In what?
Like, for example, let's take me, people like me who are connected with the spiritual world. There's also kind of schizophrenia. You're downloading messages from those on the other side. Many will say they don't exist, but they exist for you. You can see hear their voices. The very process of writing my books, that's what I was experiencing. The visions I see, I hear the voices, and most writers are good writers. They claim that the books doesn't come out of them; it was given to them. So Should we diagnose them as schizophrenics? No, they just in control of they're in control of the door, let's say, or lid, which allows them into that world in and out. Allow that you can control the valve, you can control your seventh chakra, let's say, where you can control how much information you allow to be exposed to. Once we see as a destructive kind of a thing, that's when the people cannot control that valve. They have this out of their hands. Um, so this is what they're going through. And this video is for those who are around those people who are experiencing horrible things. Some of them they can commit crime in that state of mind because reality they see and they act upon what their visions. It's not what we all see, and they actually are, and they can kill someone without knowing that they did that. I would like to share with my personal experience with one of my relatives. This lady in her late 60s, she suddenly decided to go to India to participate to one of the spiritual retreats to, as she said, to open the seventh chakra, to be more aligned with the world of spirits, to gain more knowledge. She did. She went once to India. She came back and she said, I want to go more, for more. She went second time. She came back, but came back different person. Couple of weeks later, I received a phone call that that lady was sitting on the edge of the balcony, hanging her legs down, ready to commit suicide. So I went at time with her. I thought with my expertise or knowledge or abilities to connect with the world of spirit, I will be able to help. I spent 2 days with that lady. In 2 days' time, which I supposed to bring her to the light, she pulled me down into the darkness. It was so powerful. I was powerless. I couldn't do anything. Suddenly I realized I'm in her world and I had to step out and storm out of the room. And then the relatives said, should we put her in psychiatric hospital? I said, yes, do it. 2 months later, she came out of the hospital completely normal. But she could remain normal as long as she was taking pills. So those pills will help her to close door into the world of spirit, to shut that world. And when I was talking to her, I was asking her, what are you experiencing? She was saying she could hear voices. She was paranoid, like someone always surveilling her. And lately she developed this feeling of self-judgment. Everything she's done in the past, she was judging herself. Basically, she found herself in purgatory. And only those tablets helped her. Until now, she's 5 years down the time. She's still having, if she stopped drinking tablets, the episodes will come back. Oh, what I'm urging you, if that door into the world of spirit is closed for you, don't try to open. Don't force it out. Once it flies out of hinges, you cannot close that door back again. It's like opening Pandora's box. You will find all the trouble which you will not be equipped to handle. Most of the psychic people are born with that ability. They are capable of controlling information. They can open the valve or they can close whenever they wish. Once you open that door, when you smash that door, you cannot close it back. So my word goes to those who are naively thinking like by sitting and doing long meditations, they can achieve next level of awareness. It's not so. If you have to meditate, do short ones, 5 maximum 10 minutes, and it has to be to the point. You have to vocalize a question, what you want to learn, close your eyes and wait for answer. If 10 minutes also doesn't come, let it go. That means it's not for you. You're not supposed to know it. I had a session with a lady who told me where she come from. the yogi practice, the people who practice in yoga, they're urging the students to wake up in the 3 o'clock in the morning and to go into the deep meditation, downloading information or reaching next level of ascendance or awareness. It's dangerous things to do. I advise you not to. People who using different type of drugs, uh, trying to reach next level of their creativity. Well, they do, but then how are you going to come back from that state of mind? Because you forced yourself into the world where you do not belong. So it's great danger in this.
Can your previous life ever bleed into this one and cause, let's say, split personality, or
Okay.
can there be some remembrance that
Yeah.
you maybe accidentally?
Okay, let me answer this question. So just something came. Those people who see devils or Satan or claiming they see them, they really do. It's a dark entities who present themselves in that shape, and that's how the patients see them. Now I was asking questions where they come from, why they specifically these souls can, these people can see they have these visions. And the answer came in many lifetimes. They was experiencing with the black magic. They was manipulating with the black energies. But what is it? It's actually when you're trying to temper with the free will of other people. You do it one lifetime, second lifetime. You find yourself after crossing over when you die, you find yourself in that exactly similar realities, full of negativity and darkness. And you're quite comfortable in those realms because you feel powerful. You can feel you can do with the humans whatever you want. And you keep coming and carry on with the practices you was doing in a past life. But time comes when you realize I'm not moving. This is not a progress. I want to change everything. And that opportunity will be presented to you. And you will come as a normal human into the normal family, completely, which will be completely not even any hint of attachment to the black magic. But one lifetime is not enough to recover from everything you've done in the past. So your life on the planet Earth become purgatory. Because being there, you cannot change anything. So you come in here to change. And the change always goes painfully. That's why so many of them, they're committing suicide. Because they can't take it anymore. But at least that the effort which was done, and they decided to change, come out of the darkness, it means everything. That means as they go back, they will end up with a light realms filled with the light and love, because they choose to do so.
And then in the instance, like, let's say, double personality, when it's not so much that you're hearing voices, but rather that you're fully embodying a different being, or, someone else.
Yeah, that's what you might think is different being. It's not different being. It's actually, it's still you. It's the character you play in your past life. Some of those characters are so strong, so powerful, and that's that personality in your higher self. And time to time, that personality can step into you when it's not agreed, when you see you as a weak, as you're not strong enough to go through things, or you're facing like trouble in your life, and that personality can step into your body basically, and knowing that once it's in, it can fix everything. So that's the time when you're experiencing like, is it me or it's not me? So this is a difference between schizophrenia, but connecting with the spiritual world, and when you're downloading your older personalities. So
it can happen in either way, like a
yeah,
past life.
it's hard to distinguish because who you was in the past life is you're not the same person. Most of the time we take next life to try to fix who we were in the past, but that character was so strong it's still affecting